Now, Ayo, the fireworks at the 2026 NBA conference continued on Tuesday as activist Very Dark Man dropped what may be the most explosive allegation yet, declaring before a room full of senior security chiefs that there are no unknown gunmen in Nigeria and that the military, police, immigration, and custom officers are themselves the unknown gunmen. Let's take a look.
There are no unknown gunmen anywhere. They are the unknown gunmen. The military men are the unknown gunmen. The immigration, the customs, these guys are the unknown gunmen. Nobody else. See, surprisingly, we have a lot of checkpoints in Nigeria. A lot of checkpoints, police checkpoints. When you're traveling from Lagos, you're coming to Abuja, Lokoja axis, you have a lot of checkpoints there. But then again, a lot of kidnappings happen along that route. Do you know why? When you pass with your car, you meet a checkpoint. When you meet the checkpoint, the policemen say, wind down, you wind down, open your boot, you open your boot. Believe you me, everybody knows he's rich and knows he's poor, and everybody knows the people that belong in the middle class. So when they look at you, okay, when you pass, they make those calls and say, the red Corolla, somebody is there that can pay. Do you understand? It's not rocket science. It's not.
Well, in a swift response, a representative from Nigeria's military pushed back publicly against VDM's claims, calling them completely unsubstantiated. The representative went on to declare that the only entity holding the country together is the military. Let's take a look.
Okay, I'll go on and say what I have to say. If Very Dark Man will sit here and say that all military are corrupt, it's as good as saying all lawyers are corrupt. So I also want to put it on record firmly that the only institution in this country that is holding this country, the only institution that is giving us the safety, the sanity we need in support with other stakeholders is the military. And I want to put it also on record that military men daily, every day, they are dying to make sure that we have the peace that we are having to even hold this conference.
Thank you.
So please, when we make statements that are not founded, without any basis, please, let's come out with your evidence. And if you have your proof, you table it before the appropriate authorities for proper investigation.
Rufai was saying two truths can
Three truths can be true.
Three, not two. Three truths can exist at the same time. Well, speaking later during this panel, VDM apologized for his comments, but this exchange quickly sparked mixed reactions online. VDM also received an award at this panel. I believe your thoughts on all of this.
Okay, so what VDM did was the error of generalization.
Yes.
Even though there are truths to what he said, the challenge there was that he made a sweeping statement and said, all. It's not possible. That's why I protested when Dr. Abati said, all Edo people are saying, what's this?
I didn't use
Chinese.
All.
Okay, say Edo people.
Edo people.
It's not the
Edo Chinese.
Just the word all.
Okay, the Edo people. But he said Edo people. But that is the challenge with generalization and sweeping statements. Sometimes you lose the essence of what is being said. And let me talk about the essence of what VDM is saying, that there's corruption in the military, that there's complicity in the military, and that the people that we call unknown gunmen are supported, helped, enabled by the military. Now let me look at some cases, and I'm glad that the woman also of the forces had come out to speak in defense. And like Rufai said, two truths can coexist. I don't want this to be an attack on officers who go out daily to pay the ultimate sacrifice in some instances to defend the territory of Nigeria. Oftentimes we have talked about how we salute the efforts of the military. OG, this week you had brought out the video where they were applauding, servicemen, and we said how important it was to continue to praise the efforts of the military. But are there bad eggs in the military? Absolutely. If you ask any ranking officer in the military who wants to tell you the truth, they will tell you that there are people who are complicit in this fight or in this terrorism war. Look at the case in Kebbi State, for instance. The Government Girls Comprehensive School, whereby they got intelligence that they had bandits or terrorists coming to attack the school, and they deployed military officers there. somebody made a call to withdraw those officers from that place, and then just moments later, the bandits attacked. Who would you say is complicit there? And this is what we're asking for. What VDM has done is to throw light on an issue that has made this war against terrorism difficult to win, because the same people who are supposed to be fighting it are some of the people who are enabling it. And so what should this wake-up call be for? It is to sanitize what is a corrupt system, and there are corrupt systems across the world, in the FBI, CIA, everywhere, all the formations. So what this should be is a wake-up call that if we are going to end insecurity in Nigeria, we must look at those who are complicit. If we are looking at unknown gunmen, people who are going to perpetrate evil in communities in the country, we must be serious about addressing one of the big issues, which is complicity amongst ranking members of the military and the armed forces. Right. That is what he was saying. But I do again double down, and I think he responded by saying that he's not saying everyone is, but there are corrupt politicians, there are corrupt military men, there are corrupt lawyers, there are corrupt broadcasters and journalists. It is just how to fish them out and ensure that they do not spoil what should be a great effort in fighting insecurity.
Somebody screamed when you said corrupt journalists.
I said there's corrupt there are corrupt policemen, there are corrupt leaders everywhere. But not on this table though. But I'm just saying that we must not removing yourself. No. Our men and women of integrity. What I'm saying is that if you're going to tackle the problem, don't bury your hand in sand. It is true. What we should then do is how to fish out and create an institution where it becomes difficult to enable such people from thriving in that circumstance.
All right. Then now to security matters. With President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ordering an immediate manhunt for armed kidnappers who launched coordinated deadly attacks on 4 Niger State villages last Friday, abducting as many as 500 worshippers inside mosques during prayers in one of the most brazen mass abduction operations Nigeria has witnessed in recent memory. In a statement released on Tuesday from his special assistant on media, Bayo Ononuga, the president stated in part that those who carried out this cowardly attack on defenseless Nigerians are enemies of peace and enemies of humanity who will not go scot-free. Meanwhile, as of today, it has been 103 days since more than 40 school children were abducted from Musa Central Primary School in Asikari Uba local government area of Borno State. And not one of them has come home as their heartbroken parents took to the streets of Uba on Saturday, carrying pink placards bearing the words, "Bring back our children." Let's take a look.
I want to see my daughter! I want to see my daughter!
I mean, this is heartbreaking to see. I mean, I know that we campaigned heavily when the Oyo school children were abducted. I don't know how that, how this escaped the media. And is it because the children are... Yes, we did, but not as much as this children. I mean, this is 103 days. It's the same day. I mean, this is really heartbreaking to see. Right now, we are charging the military to go and bring our children home. Your thoughts?
The part of the story that we don't even understand is how many kids are in captivity. There's a discrepancy over the number. Is it 40? Is it more than 40 in Askari Uba? That's number one. Number two, what are they doing about it? The government said they're doing something about it. We're waiting till that comes out. Another 60 people were taken in Niger. That's another one. Like I said, and now let me segue to what Very Dark Man said. Yes, Ayo, you pointed out the fact that there was generalization. But I also want to ask, why is the complicity so much that for over 20 years since this started, we've not been able to solve the problem of complicity? That's where I feel that there's a big problem. Every government that has come into power have used security to take money from the people, and the monies have not been appropriately spent. So much so that the defense budget is high, the military will complain that it's not enough. At the end, we don't get a lot out as regards insecurity. we keep having a metamorphosis of these groups. 5-10 years ago, we're not talking about herdsmen or Lakurawa.
Lakurawa, yeah.
Today, we are talking about Lakurawa. When all of this started, it was only in the northeast. Now we are talking about Sokoto. We're talking about parts of the north. So why is this complicity so much that we cannot do something about it? And like you were saying, many truths can exist. Yes, we celebrate. I mean, it will be terrible for anybody to say we don't celebrate our soldiers enough here. Oh, do you remember the day I was crying over General Oba's death?
Yeah.
That I went emotional.
Yeah.
That we failed that man. Have I not come here to cry over the death of many generals? Do you know how much of a personal loss it does to me? Because I have friends in the military also. And I look out for them. Do you know the psychological trauma I feel every day just thinking of the fact that my friends in the military, there might be a day I will send a WhatsApp message, they will not be able to reply because they're probably dead. I live with that mortal fear every day, and that's why we care for these people. But it will not stop us from talking about the complicity when there is complicity, and we can't just understand how this is going on.
All right.
There used to be a level of safety in this country before now.
All right.
All of a sudden, it's so hard that you cannot have any level of safety. Yeah. People are being killed. People are being taken away.
All right.
And we need to talk about this. And so please, those that are holding Nigeria, that have built up a complex with insecurity, I beg, leave this country alone now. We are begging.
All right. Very well. Quickly, Dr. Abati, because it says we have to...
Just to say two things. One, we will recall that it was on the same day that the children in Askurua-Uba local government were abducted. May 15, 2026, that we had the incident in Oyo State, in Orire local government, specifically in Ahuru, Isinle. The children from Oyo State have since returned, which was why the Arewa leaders were protesting that, you know, the children from the north should also be brought back to home. The second thing is that this is not a matter that can be handled by Niger State alone. Niger State, ironically, which is the other instructive point, is where we have a governor called Farmer Bago, agriculture. Now, they really cannot achieve much with agriculture because the state has so much ungoverned space, and then there is insecurity. One major road, Niger to Mokwa, the whole of that area, there is insecurity. And to worsen matters, Niger State also shares border in the northern area with the Republic of Benin. So it's a very peculiar situation that they have in Niger State, but the government keeps doing the same thing. We have ordered the security agencies to go and rescue the people. Nigerian children in Borno State, in Niger State, they are being abducted. Some of them, the Askurua-Uba people, they've been in captivity for over 100 days.
All right.
It's not good news.
Bring our children
Although
home.
you will bring good news later.
Yes.
But this one is
It's
sad
not,
news.
yes. That's why we have to try to mix it, because it can't just be doom and gloom in Nigeria. But, you know, we're calling again on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to look into these children that have been taken away for over 100 days. Bring our children home.